So I have manually built this table. It's a bit of a work, especially if you have a huge list of stand groups like in this particular case, and I have 162 stand groups that I've been working with. It's not a big area, but it's a complex piece of land, and I had lots of things going on, from thinnings to shelter wood systems to partial cuts and clear cuts and so on. Anyway, once you build this one, you just copy and paste it into the corresponding table into the tool. So that would be Atlas SG species, and all done. So this table is done. Moving along to the next one on the list, and the next one is stand group, and for this one it's pretty easy. You just go back to the actual Forest Planning Studio database, go to the stand group table, copy all that information and simply paste it into the corresponding table in the tool. So in this particular case, Atlas stand group, and paste in here, confirm, and this table is all done. Moving to the next one, the stand group treatment table. For this particular one, couple of things have to be added before importing into the tool, and two columns I've added in this particular table. So what I did, I just went into the Forest Planning Studio database and I just copied the stand group treatment table from there and put it into an Excel spreadsheet for easier use. And I added two other columns. So this is actually the work I did, and the two other columns are disturbance ID, type, and the reset age. Disturbance ID is strictly linked to the to this table. The disturbance types available to use in CBM's FS3, and I already talked about this in the other video. The user can add more disturbances at any time, and based on the project's characteristics. And it's pretty straightforward. You just use a concatenate function in Excel, or if you have like different kind of disturbances not related to the actual Atlas. For Atlas I used, as you can see here, from 1 to 5. So thinnings are 1, 2 are for clear cuts, 3 for partial cuts, rehab is 4, succession is 5. So I use the same IDs from FPS into here. And sometimes we have different thinnings percentages, and my project in particular has 40% thinnings and 50% thinnings, so that's why I had disturbance ID 12 here and 1 and so on. So you'll have to pretty much manually build this one. And the reset age column refers to the age after the disturbance. So what happens with that? For example, if I have a thinning, it stays the same, so the age doesn't reset, the stand continues to grow, so that's why I have -1. If I have a clear cut, for example, I have to put for the reset age 0. That means the age resets to 0 after the disturbance. If I have a partial cut, I have to look on the growth and yields to the corresponding year for the residual growing stock. So this process is being done while you set up the FPS database, so you should know for each growth and yield curve which year you reset the age to the residual growing stock. So you just put that particular age in there. And for the succession, in the treatment value ID in the stand group treatment table, you have so what is the treatment value? You have some specific values for the treatments, and for the succession you have the number of years when the succession happens. So in this particular case I put 200. So once you edited this table, you simply copy it and paste it into the corresponding table in the tool, and I do this right now. simply paste it in here. You confirm it. Sorry, it was the wrong one. So I copied the wrong table, not the one that I edited. Actually, no, I did. Sorry, my bad. So here again, and you confirm that, and as you can see, I'm missing one stand group, which is 888. So I'll just add it quickly right now. And 200, 999, 200, no, dist ID 2 and 0 for the value. Okay, and that is it with this table. So we move to the next one on the list, and that is stand group curve. And for the stand group curve, again, I'm just going to the Forest Planning Studio database, and I'm copying the stand group table from here and paste it into the corresponding table of the tool. And all done with this table as well. The next one on the list is curve data. So for this particular table, some adjustments have to be made, and the first one is referring to the curves merge condition. And for British Columbia, we have 17.5 centimeters dBH for the BC coast for all species, and 12.5 for the BC interior, again for all species. This is pretty important. It's taken from the CBM's FS3 manual, and is saying that based on this merge condition, we use the parameters to convert the volume to carbon stocks. So the user usually uses different merge conditions into the FPS database for various species, but for this particular one, you guys will have to adjust the growth curves to these merge conditions. The second problem with the growth curves is for the non-forested stand groups. So for these ones, you just add zeros for all the periods, for all the planning periods, or for every sequence of the growth curve. And the reason for that is to avoid any surprises from CBM trying to convert this growth curve to carbon stocks. And the third issue with the growth curves is referring to the growth curves that have been thinned. And the reason for that it comes from the way a CBM is interpolating between two consecutive planning periods after switching from one growth curve to another. So what happens is we switch from a non-thinned growth curve to a thinned growth curve, and I showing a simple example here, like the growth curve in Atlas. So I see the thinning happening here at age 60. Actually age 70, sorry, no, actually age 60, and I have to modify this value here, 227 cubic meters per hectare in the CBM growth curve in order to account for the growth between the following decades. So what I'm doing is extracting from 190 the growth between 190 and 239, and put it in the previous decade from before thinning. And as I said, the reason for that is to help CBM interpolating correctly between these two planning periods here, 141 and 190. And once all these edits are done, so I have these growth curves here, I did my editing manually. You just copy the growth yields and put them into the corresponding tool table, which is stand group should be Atlas curve data, and you confirm the paste process and you click OK.